Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here with Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and today I want to chat with you guys and gals a little bit about lifters as we age. But a quick reminder, if you guys will please click like down below, it'd be greatly appreciated, and drop me a comment. Thank you so much. All right, this is one of those where I try to tell older guys, older gals, and by older I mean once you're hitting 40 plus, you really need to focus on being athletic and fit. You need to stop trying to be a bodybuilder. Unless you're going to actually be a bodybuilder. And the reason I say that, you're going to lose a lot of function. You're going to lose a lot of the benefits that we get from being athletic and fit and doing a little bit more functional movements. And no, I'm not one of these guys telling you, oh, functional patterns. I think squats and deadlifts are functional. That's what I mean. But here you see me doing GPP work, but this is what we're talking about. Okay, if you're spending all of your time on machines instead of building all this neural drive, coordination, conditioning, you're going to start losing these things. And what I would say to most people as you start to age, get off the machines. It's the opposite. A lot of people, they want to put old people on machines. And by old people, you guys know what I mean. You come in the gym, you're 45 years old, you never worked out. A lot of personal trainers want to put you straight to machines. Let's just do a machine circuit. They need to get you under some free weights. You need to be doing movements that move your body through space. Okay. So I'm not saying you're ready for plyometrics or jumping, of course, but I mean, case in point. So you'll even see some of my lifting coming up. This is from one of my GPP days. It's general physical preparedness. All right. What do you see me doing? Weighted carries. You see me sprinting with a sled down the street. You see me throwing a med ball. Then here you're going to see me doing back squats. You see me doing deadlifts. Now, I'm going to be a big fan of the bench and the incline bench. You're going to be in there, powerlifting background. People say, those aren't as athletic. You're laying down on a bench. And, that's a fair point. And I'm not saying we can't do any of that. I'm not saying you can't do any machines. But you need to be biasing your training towards several things. You need to be thinking with most of your stuff. And look, if you just really want to do some curls for your biceps, do some curls for your biceps, guys. I'm not telling you not. Let me be clear. I'm not telling you not to. So people misinterpret that. But what I'm telling you is most of your exercises you need to be thinking of, is this exercise moving my body through space? Is this exercise going to help me get up off the ground? Does this exercise load my spine? Okay. So think about the way that a lot of old people get taught to train by personal trainers, older people or middle-aged people. Like they think you're ready for the geriatric ward. Oh, we'll just put you on this machine, just sitting down and doing stuff on the machine. Oh, we'll just do a leg press. We'll do a leg extension. And I'm not saying these are bad exercises. I'm not saying they're useless. But really, they're not doing these other things. Your body doesn't move. They don't load your spine. Okay? Now, people can say the same thing about the bench press coming up here, but I'm moving a lot of weight, y'all. So, again, I'm fully aware that the same thing could be said about some of these movements. But you can do some movements that don't. But most of your stuff, you've got to be asking that. Is this helping me be more athletic? Is it improving my bone density? Okay? So that's what you think of. Is it loading your spine up with weight? And that matters. Okay, because again, strong spine needs to be loaded. If you want to avoid losing height with age, you want to avoid a weak back, you want to avoid being that hunched over old man, squats and deadlifts, rows, overhead pressing. Okay, these are things you need to be doing. You'll see me doing pull-ups here later. But let's say you don't want to do bench press, then it's like, well, that's not moving me through space. Then do some dips. I like weighted dips. I'm actually pretty good at them. I mean, considering you see me repping 315 on the bench here. Imagine I'm probably decent at weighted dips. I like weighted dips a lot, by the way. But, things like that, right? So what should your training really be? I mean, what exercises would be ideal? Like if we were to say, well, if we wanted it to be only functional type stuff, okay? How about squats, deadlifts, weighted dips, weighted pull-ups, or even body weight dips and pull-ups? My God, you get started to do chin-ups even. Chin-ups and dips with your body weight. Be worth building up to. You could do some overhead pressing, some standing presses, some push presses. Those things are great. This is all loading the spine or moving the body through space or both. Okay? What about this other stuff, these more athletic things? Weighted carries. All right, now we're getting in shape. Weighted carries, we're getting conditioning. We're training your grip strength. Now that's very functional for a lot of things. For getting that grip stronger. And they're loading your spine. Improves bone density. Improves all your trunk muscles because of all of that happening. Is loading that spine up and conditioning you at the same time. How about the sled work? Man, we're moving that body through space. We're running, pushing, either walking briskly, or in my case, I do sprinting against the sled sometimes. Right, you're pushing that sled or pulling a sled. It's called a prowler when you push it. It's called a prowler. But sled work, why? Moves your body through space, builds your legs, builds your glutes, builds your quads, your hamstrings, your calves. Okay. Again, to talk about something that's really going to build you up, deadlifts. Being able to walk over and lift hundreds of pounds off the floor without getting hurt, you don't think that's going to help you later in life? Right? That's going to have tremendous benefits. Right? Absolutely tremendous benefits. And again, the bone density, loading the spine, building your grip, building your whole posterior chain and hip extension. Rows here, kind of a lot of the same, just more upper body focus, but you still get some posterior chain. Okay, these exercises, these are big structural movements. They're going to build, not just build individual muscles, they're going to build bone density, they're going to build tendons and stuff through your whole body. All these movements are going to get you in shape. And notice a lot of this stuff we're doing here, again, it coordinates you to move your body. Because that's going to be a problem eventually too, the ability to move your body. This is what keeps you functional. It's not just about having nice biceps and nice pecs at a certain point. And again, you can do pull-ups, you can do some curls, you can do bench press, you can do dips. You're still going to build all those muscles, guys, even with a lot of this. But we have to be thinking in terms of, are we moving our body? Are we getting hip extension in? Are we building glutes and all those muscles to get hip extension? Right? The stuff that we're going to really need to pick up or move heavy things, or if we get hit or we fall down and we need to get up quick. Okay? This is going to keep you fit and functional and healthy and athletic a lot longer. We need to be thinking in terms of athleticism. We have to be thinking of these things a lot more. Because you have them easier. Those things come much easier when you're young. As you get older and older, you lose them real fast. And so if you can build them and maintain them, you're going to be so far ahead of the curve. And so I would much rather see that. I would rather see, the average person who's, say, more middle-aged or older, focusing on the general physical preparedness stuff like I was doing at the start. Sleds, weighted carries, throwing, jumping. If you can, not everybody can. Then exercises that move your body through space or load the spine. Pull-ups, dips, deadlifts, squats, right? Overhead pressing. This is the stuff that you want to do. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.